Welcome back to the channel for another video on our 22 WRX. Today's finally the day. We're going to get the car taken apart and we're going to get that turbo kit put on. As you can see behind me, the car is slightly taken apart. It is already on the quick jacks. I just took the bumper off, the skid plate, and the wheels just to make it easy to get in and out of the car. But I've actually done no work on it yet, so you guys are going to get to see the entire install. So real quick behind me, I do have the bumper here and the plastic skid plate and the metal skid plate. I just have two baggies of bolts just so I know which goes where. And I got one wheel back there taken off. And then if we go all the way over here, we got the other wheel off over there. So everything underneath is untouched. We haven't done any work on it yet, so we're going to work together to get all of the OEM stuff taken off. We need to get the stock turbo off. We need to get our P&L-J pipe off and our ETS intake off with two of our charge pipes. So if we go over here on this side, you can see the charge pipe that we're going to be replacing. This right here, and the one that goes up here as well. This is our ETS intake. So the new blow-off valve is going to mount roughly somewhere here, and it's actually going to connect to the intake. But we'll get into that in just a little bit. We do need to get the car taken apart a little bit more. I'm actually not going to work on it right this second. I am in some nicer clothes because we do have some Christmas stuff to do. So I just wanted to get this intro started so when I'm ready and have some time, I can just jump out here and start filming with you guys. But enough talking. Let's get under the car and let's see what we got to do. Let's go. Alright, so I got you guys set up down here so we can see everything underneath the car and kind of what we're going to be doing. So a little bit overwhelming just looking at it, just everything that needs to get taken off. So we're just going to do one thing at a time. We'll get the intake taken off and we'll get the J-pipe taken off and we'll go from there. Let me get you guys caught up on what we were just doing on that time lapse. So you see here we have the intake off, we have the little hose for the AOS off, and we have our outlet for the turbo that wraps around. I have that off. So I do have the intake and stuff all cleaned up and organized because I will be selling this intake. So I'll probably just put this on Facebook Marketplace. So if you're looking for an ETS intake, you can definitely hit me up if you do want this. But I am going to be putting it on Facebook Marketplace in the next week or so. Obviously, zero issues. I was not running the sleeve, but I do have the sleeve here in case anyone does want to use it. I am not selling it with the airbox since we are going to be reusing the airbox for the turbo kit. And then over here you just see I have the fan laid out, and then these are the intercooler pipes that just took off and I just cleaned up a little bit. But that's about it that we got there. So since the intake side is essentially done for now, let's work on the J-pipe. I'm going to get the whole J-pipe off. We'll keep the cap back on. I'll put like a little jack stand in the back just to hold the tailpipe of the cap back up. But let's work on getting this J-pipe out and we'll keep on going. Let's go. get you guys caught up on what we just did on the time lapse. So if you look on this side, I do got the coolant hoses off. One goes to the turbo and one goes up there, but they both go to the inlet. Right here you see it's still dripping. So I drained basically the whole coolant system right there. I did have a clamp on that back hose, but then I just figured, I mean, we have to take the turbo off, of course, so it's just going to drain everything. So got everything drained over there, and then you can see back here we got the J-pipe and everything taken off here. We'll take the O2 sensors and transfer them off. I am just going to leave this wrap on, so when I do sell this, whoever gets this will have the wrap already on it. I am just going to transfer the cat shield over because that just is these little clamps back there. So I'll transfer this over to the new J-pipe. I'm going to leave this on. I actually did get this J-pipe wrapped. So I did get it wrapped yesterday. I just have this on here just loose. So we'll figure out how that gets put on once everything is mounted up, but just want to get you guys a quick update on that. I'm just going to get the coolant finish drain down here and we'll continue working on. All right, and just a quick update from all these time lapses. I think we are just about ready to drop the turbo. We'll find out in just a minute, but I do have the turbo feed off and all of these fittings off here. Obviously the coolant lines are off, so I think we are ready to drop the turbo. So it is 14 mil for 3 on each side. So let me get you guys set up. I'm gonna have like a jack set up under the turbo, so once I get all the bolts off, we can lower the jack and hopefully the whole turbo assembly with the header all comes out at the same time. So let's see what happens. Let's go. All right, we have finally got the stock turbo assembly out. I did just get the ETS one next to it so you can get like a side-by-side comparison. So there's like the inlet and everything for the stock turbo. There's our big boy G30-900. So just looking at everything, obviously we're gonna have to transfer this wastegate over to our wastegate bracket. We'll hook up the wastegate arm. Yeah, just looking at the two comparisons, I mean, the ETS one is definitely designed for flow and just maximum everything. Wow. So we're definitely going to be taking this Turbo Smart blow-off valve off as well. This is the compact, the plumb back one. So I will be selling this one and just putting the stock one back on the stock turbo assembly for now. We are going to be transferring the wastegate over, like I said. I did get new gaskets and hardware from IAG. IAG does sell a really nice kit, 2 gaskets, and these nice copper hardware for the header. So the copper is supposed to be really good for exhaust manifolds. So it came with the kit. Just wanted to get new gaskets. ETS says you don't need to replace them. They do have these metal rings, so as long as these metal rings like aren't really damaged or anything, I feel like you could use the stock ones. But since I'm already here, I was just like, might as well just get some new hardware and never have to worry about it. Now let's jump under the car real quick and we can check out what it currently looks like. So obviously we have our exhaust ports here. Still have our oil pan full of oil, so we do need to get that drained. We do need to also drop the pan, and we'll go from there. But I'm really happy with today's progress so far with getting the whole turbo assembly off and obviously the exhaust and intake. But we're not done yet. Let's get this oil drained. We'll get this oil pan taken off and we'll check it out. Alright, so in that last little time lapse, we just got the oil drained. I think that's where I'm going to stop it for episode 1 of this Turbo Kit install. So episode 2, we will be dropping the pan, and maybe we'll find some RTV in the pan. I don't know, we'll find out. Stay tuned until the next episode. Until next time, see ya.